You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get to choose 9 times out of 10. No, as a matter of fact, 10 times out of 10, you would not get to choose who and where you get your training from. So if you want to make sure that you land a job, and if you want to make sure that you be competent to do what you need to do in order to have, because when you're working somewhere, who wants to come to work in an environment that's hostile?
Right.
Yeah. Every time you come to work, you messing up,
right.
Managers on your head. So eventually you're going to want to get that thing right so you can come to work and do your job, and so you can get your money in a smooth way.
Yeah.
You might still have some headaches here and there, but your errors are down, management not on your back, you're coming to work and you're doing your job, and you're getting your whop and you're going home. You know what I mean? So when you're in situations, bro, you don't get to choose where you get your training from. Right. So do you want this to go good or not?
Yeah,
because it's going to be on you, on how you, however you position yourself, that's how you get the information to handle business.
The B2S Podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop Motivated Apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
Hey, yo, what up, world? What it do? Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success Podcast, where we share principles on how to teach you how to live life by design and not by default. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your host, your boy Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. And once again, joined tonight, my brother from another mother, the man himself.
Yo, man.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Alxndr Hall.
What's up?
Mr. Dumbo himself.
Yo, Dumbo is out right now, produced by Diamond and Certifico. You can go view it. Thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, man. Alxndr Hall. Alxndr Hall. Dumbo is out right now. How y'all doing, man?
Go stream it. Go copy it. Download it. Yeah.
For sure. What's going on? How y'all week been? What? Lions Den is on the way. Lions Den is on the way. You know what I'm saying? It's going to drop. You know what I'm saying? We uploading it right now. It's coming out in July. Produced by Diamond. North Cape. We are on the way. For sure. You don't know, man.
You know I got you, dog.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm going to play. I'm going to let you hear it. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, for sure. I got you. Yeah, for sure.
You're going to love it, baby. You're going to love it.
Yeah, for sure.
Promise you that.
I ain't waiting on that one, but hey, I might be playing that every time before I hit the stage. Boy, y'all finna get this work. Pump Lions Den.
That part.
It's a good record because, you know, everybody when they take some people take anytime someone takes an absence of anything, it's always a reason behind it, whether the reason is valid to you or not. You know what I mean? So it could have been, whether it was small to you, could be big to somebody else, you know? So just like when you in that Lions Den, when you're trying to get it right, you're trying to figure it out for your family, you're trying to get your school right, you done made an investment, it didn't go how it's planned, you gotta go back to the second job to get your money back up to get back out there. Stuff be happening. So everybody's somewhere they fighting for something they believe in. They fighting for something they're trying to stand on. You know, they fighting for a certain position. So that's what the joint line is about. Cause you know me, I'm always getting goals for something. So I'm trying to get better at taking slow increments, at being present moment by moment, if I can say it that way. I can't say I'm gonna be like 1,000 every day on social media, but I'm certain areas in my life I'm making adjustments so I can be present where I need to be, so I can be available and tangible to other people's in other settings when it's time to. You feel me? So yeah.
Cool, man. That's what's up, man.
Straight like that.
Know who this guy is. Well, I hope we know who this guy is, because you never know what you're gonna get with this guy right here, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. My name's Cleveland.
You just never know.
I'm a rapper.
Acting stupid. We just got started. He already acting stupid. Oh my God.
Y'all know who this guy is, man. My
Big
brother
bag,
from the
man.
same mother. Big bad, big
Big
dog,
bag, man.
Y'all give it up for Boy Wonda.
Yeah.
What's happening? My name's Cleveland from the Cleveland Show. If you ever need a replacement, I'll gladly take over the bill. But there's going to be certain stipulations in the contract.
Stupid.
What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's happening?
Stupid,
Man, oh man, it's good to be here. A lot of things going on.
Oh, man.
God is good all the time, and all the time
Yeah,
God is
for
good.
real.
In a great place, in a great space, and just like you say, bro, just taking small increments of making sure that things follow through. But it's just like time is zooming, man.
Yeah.
Time is just like,
man, we 7 months in the year.
bro, and it's like, I think for far as from where we are and how we plan and maneuver, bro, I think it's a blessing to feel like you're under pressure from an X amount of time far away. You know what I mean? It's like there's a difference with people. They may have like, oh man, I got maybe 2 months. You know what I'm saying? I got this, that, and third, but I count my blessings. But bro, it's time is just moving. And so, but with that being said, you know, a lot of things are getting done. We got the BTGM Media Network. You can go to btgmllc.net. You feel me? Rick Reed 316 album out right now. You can stream that everywhere.
Yeah.
Videos coming, dropping. You heard me. Your boy, you know, Life After Death. Y'all can still stream that. That's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And just about to drop a summer banger. So, and dropping a lot of content pieces. So, just staying, like you say, present, man.
Yeah.
And just handling things piece by piece, because that's how you gotta handle it. So,
Yeah.
but other than that, man, all is well, my brother.
What's good with you, bro? You thinking different, being different, and living different. What's going on, man?
Straight like that.
Man, can you just show them the shirt real quick? I was trying to
Flex.
show them the shirt, man.
Classic, man.
That's the
It's
classic shirt, man.
It's gonna be classic from now to
That's the
hit
classic
paper.
shirt, man.
Flex.
Hey, man, tell them where you can find the merch at, man. Tell them
You
to
know,
find
you see what we on the same way because I showed
That
that
part.
what I want.
Yeah, man.
Y'all go cop some merch, man.
Yeah,
Go to
Come on.
www.shiftmotivation.com/shop motivated apparel.
Yeah, man.
Sorry.
Hey,
That's my
grab
bad.
it.
Moving
Hey,
it.
grab you some
I was moving
motivated
this
apparel
over.
today.
To the back. It's like,
Yeah, we got some. I'm just talking with the fellas, so I got some stuff in the pipeline. So we got one of them to drop. So y'all be on the lookout for that. So we gonna maybe drop another one or two more designs this year before the year is out. So y'all stay on the lookout for that.
facts.
And got some more literature working on. So I can't promise you when that's gonna come out yet. So I'm not rushing it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna write it. We're gonna continue to write it and then see where it leads at. So I'm excited about them 2 projects. So a little bit more on the adult side. So, but definitely anybody that's just looking for personal development and personal growth can read from it. So, but it ain't quote unquote for the education market per se. You know, as this last book was, I had to do a meeting. So, but you still can go copy it. Blueprint to Success, a student's guideline for successful living. And you can go to www.shiftmotivation.com to get that out. But it's also on every platform that sells books. So you can get it from Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Books and any book that sell online, you can get it. You get a copy from it. So,
Facts.
But yeah, you can definitely get some tools and some stuff to put in your arsenal and to help you live a life of success. So, yeah, man.
Bruh, I just want to say here, man, I'm really proud of us, dog. I'm really proud of us, man.
You proud of me, Dub?
I'm proud of all of us, dog.
Man, I be tripping.
No, you don't understand. See, like you just don't like. It's the small steps, man. It's,
for
it's
sure,
the
yeah.
consistent small steps
I
of
appreciate
moving
it, though.
forward.
I
You know what I
appreciate it.
mean? So
And it's crazy. I can actually slide that into what we're gonna be talking about tonight. It's on the job training.
ooh,
Because when you're on the job training, it's not gonna be like boom, here you go. It's you're learning on the job
As you go.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like even when I like the first book I wrote, right? It took me 6 years to write that book.
Yeah.
It should not. It don't take you 6 years to write a book, but it took me 6 years to write that book. And so when I had my the book signing part of that, my beautiful wife so graciously put together, that was very fantastic and successful.
It's really dope.
She put that together, but there was a lady that I know from the previous church that we was at, and she was there when she got to the table for me to sign the book. And you know, we just talking and catching up, and it was like, yeah, you know, it's like, man, it was like I started on this project like 6 years ago, and then you know, and she just began to minister to my spirit, and she was just saying, you know, everything happens in God's time, and you know, what's your time and it's not His time. It you know, and in essence, it came out when it was supposed to come out, because in those 6 years, I learned so much. You know what I'm saying? So even certain things on what not to do. So even like right now, there's a young lady that I met at the gym, and she just wrote, and I got to get in contact with her. Matter of fact, she just actually wrote her first book, but it's a journal. And, you know, it's a women's for women. It's a journal, and I was actually going to go to the book signing, but that was the weekend that Jackie had the accident. So I didn't make it, but I still purchased the book. So we cashed up and purchased the book. So I just got to get it from her. But you know, just that relationship stemmed from. Matter of fact, I think normally I don't wear my shirts to the gym.
Right.
And I had just so happened to wear one that day, and it caught her attention, and we got into a conversation. And she actually ended up bringing her kids, but she, I think 2 or 3 girl daughters. She had brought them to the back to school event that I had, and so it was just looking at all of that, and just looking at like how everything transpired. She said she wrote that book in 4 days. She just felt that it was just a thing of God. She just felt inspired and she wrote. So she said she actually wrote that book in 4 days. So now that I've written and I know how to write it, I mean I can believe what she said. I can write it. You can write a book in literally days. Literally days. So I'm just, you know, to say, you know, I think, you know, just chalk it up, bro, on the job training, man. I think because sometimes we wait for that perfect moment. We wait for all the stars to align, and in doing that, I believe we miss a lot of the process, because that's the learning curve. You know, when you're on the job training, you're hands in, your boots on the ground. Ain't no, let me watch this webinar. Ain't no, let me sit and read this handbook that somebody just gave me and say, hey, this is the organization, this is the company handbook. I need you to read this. No, this is, okay, get on the line. I remember my first job. My first job was at Checkers. It may be a Rally's wherever you at, depending on what part of the world you're on. It may be a Rally. But my first job was Checkers. Guess what? It was on the job training, because even though I had to read a handbook to know what the do's and the don'ts, the ins and outs, it was still, I had to get on that line. And they make their sandwiches a certain way. There's so many times you got to ring the ketchup. So many times you got to ring the mustard, and there's only so many pickles you're gonna put on that. It's so many onions It's like everything is designed for a specific reason. So that was on the job training. So, and then it got to the point to where even though I struggled in the beginning, I mean, as simple and as crazy as it sounds, but I want y'all to catch what I'm throwing down, what I'm putting down. Is during that on-the-job training, even though it took me, because you had to wrap the sandwich a certain way. And if you did it wrong, it was like, no, let's redo it. Come on, put the burger, boom, 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 boom. Okay.
I still remember.
I still remember to this day.
And on the job. Bam.
Every now and then, if I'm on the road or something, if I know I'm on the road and I don't want to stop and grab me, I may pack me a sandwich or something. Sometimes I fold it the same way.
Yep.
It's crazy, bro. And so, but
With us
it's like all of that though. It taught me something. You know what I'm saying? But and I may have started out slow, but then became one of the top workers in that shop. Like to the point to where it was me, my other two homies, one of my classmates. He ended up working out there, and then one of the other guys, we became really good friends. So all three of us was like the manager's favorite. Like she was like another mother, really, to him too. Yeah. Like even to this day. So our family became very close. So, but it was like she created I forgot what she called us, cause we got it done. Like when she was ready to close, we had created a plan. Like we start shutting stuff down at a certain time,
exactly,
and start moving cleaning. And bro, by the time we closed, we wasn't in there 30, 45 minutes. We was out the door, and everything wasn't nothing half done. It was excellent.
Spick and span.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what on the job training can do if you allow the process to take place. So basically, it's like now what you just do is you just learn from the process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what happens now is I feel like when you do it that way, when the movement hits, that's when the acceleration takes place. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels like you're making up for lost time, but it's almost not. I don't want to say lost time. I'm just gonna say purpose time. Because in that 6 years, it was like, and when she said that, and I didn't think nothing else. I never thought nothing else of it. I was like, thank you for sharing that with me, because that really blessed my soul. You know, because I'm like, man, it took me 6 years to write this doggone book, and it ain't even big. You know? But she just ministered to my spirit. It's just, you know, having to trust the process, man. Just on the job training.
You know what's crazy? It's twofold here. Yeah. One of the things was it showed you how early you felt about excellence, and not even realizing that you know what I'm saying, because it's like a lot of places we see that are mediocre, and they're in the present time of something that they could have been in for years, but still have that same mediocre mindset. But you have someone who's barely tapped into where they are, but still has the mindset of excellence, of excelling and just soaring. Yeah, and you don't get that a lot anywhere. No, and on the and on that twofold, you bring back so many memories, because it literally, there was a process of shifting and accelerating. Yeah. So it started from a dishwasher to the cook, from the cook to the lineman, from the lineman to the fry station, from the fry station to the register.
The same thing. I was thinking about all that. I was actually gonna circle back.
It's like you're moving on up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it just showed you, and also we knew early our value.
Yeah, values.
Because even after understanding, it's like, okay, like something's gonna have to shift financially, because I can barely make my car insurance, let alone like check was about $200 some. That's about it every 2 weeks. Yeah. So it also just shifted something in me, and I noticed it shift something in you when it came to excellence. And with just anything you did, from the exterminator job you had, like I remember you were at Taco Bell too, right? No, okay. I was like, but I
ate at Taco Bell back then. I eat at Taco Bell now, but I ate it right then.
But there was always a level of excellence that you've always strived for, especially with learning how to shift stick with the truck. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that's always been a part of our family, even with Uncle Junior. You know what I'm saying? Just how he carried himself. So it's on the job training. I want to kind of highlight this, right? As they call it, OJT. It's a hands-on method of teaching the skills, knowledge, and competencies needed for an individual to successfully perform a specific job within the workplace. So my question is to you, what is your workplace?
That's good. And you want me to answer that, or you
right there. Hold on.
Like real pause. That was a long pause.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
it was just one of those moments that you just had to sit
Just
in.
say lie.
Yeah.
Scripture says.
What is your workplace? And then it also touched on what we did within the last podcast, skill set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It dives into that because you're cultivating a skill set, not only a skill set, but also a mindset of how things are run within that organization. So one, and you guys have had the floor. What is your workplace? And then two, how are you cultivating and developing and excelling in that workplace? He always do that. He look at you and just smile. Like, duh.
You know what? I'm gonna say this right here.
Uh-huh.
Your workplace is every place where you are encountered at.
Facts.
That's
Big
your
facts.
that's your workplace.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah.
Your on the job training can take place at any given moment. So anytime you have the ability to learn hands on from something or somebody else, you on the job training. That's your workspace. And I'm glad you opened it up that way because it was so funny, man. We was looking at when we was going to pick up the furniture this past weekend, pick out the furniture, right? So the dude confused us so much, the salesman, and we both felt the same way that maybe there might have been a disability or something there, which is why I had a next level patience that I normally would have.
Get out my head.
And
Okay.
so it was like she realized it and I realized it without even saying it to each other. And so, but then when he walked away to get the information that we asked him to get, then that's when we conversated. And I was like, you know what, she brought it up, and low key. Then I was kind of thinking the same thing too. I said because we was already there before, when we had to go help, take care of our daughter, and so we just since we was over there, we just did a little swing by, and just hoping that what we was looking for was still there, and it was. So we went ahead and copped it, and and we was laughing about it even when on the way home. Kiki was like, "Yeah, because Dad, I was watching your face, and I was just, Lord Jesus, please don't." I was like, "What the hell?" Because I was going to go look for the dude that greeted us when we came the last time, but before I could even go look for him, he should have already caught eyes with the dude when he walked over. Because I saw him when he walked over. And I'm like, no, we already straight. But before I could say anything, she done opened up her mouth. I'm like, and then as soon as she started talking to him, I'm like, so now you kind of like feel obligated.
Yeah. You open the door.
And then, and then the guy that I was gonna go look, he come walking up the aisle. I'm like, see that? She was like, well, I ain't see him. I'm like, baby, he could have been on the other side of the stove. It's a big stove. I'm like, you ain't even give it a shot. But anyway, then we get to the front desk. He ain't no better.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
like, he need to be somebody's accountant, like sitting behind the desk crunching numbers, because his demeanor was just like.
Why are you talking to me?
like the Kawhi Leonard skits.
I don't.
Like the Kawhi Leonard skits. That was his demeanor. We have to show it to you for you to kind of feel. I'm like, is customer service dead?
Yeah.
Is where we headed? It's like it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere. So it's like. And I'm saying to y'all that are listening, like please help us transform the world into a better place, because
yes,
everybody can't be entrepreneurs. Everybody can't be business owners. Everybody can't be everything that's being pushed out there as a narrative.
Right.
But this is what everybody can be. Everybody can be the best version of themselves. Everybody can be that. Everybody can have success in whatever it is that they determine and decide to do.
Right.
But at the end of the day, wherever you are, wherever you plan it, that what bro was talking about having us, it's like that's just something we've carried. That's something that was embedded into us. Here's the thing: you can embed it into somebody, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like even with like the training, it took me a few times when they was teaching me, okay, grab the bun, okay, grab your meat,
Yep.
Okay, grab the ketchup bottle, grab the mustard bottle. Okay, you only want this X amount of pickles.
X amount of lettuce.
You got to remember
Tomatoes.
that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I've never been a person with the way you told me something the first time I got it. I've never been that person. I always circle back just to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying X, Y, Z. It will never, hey, do this, this. Okay. It was always, okay, so I make sure that I got it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But after getting it, it was always done with excellence. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't trying to be better than nobody. It was that's just something that was embedded in me. Like when we made our bed, that bed had to be made a certain way.
Sure did.
When we cleaned up the house had to be cleaned up. My mom and my dad didn't just accept, okay, thank you, you helped us out. No. You finna get this right because you finna have your own house one day and you don't want people coming to your house looking at it any kind of way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
all that was on the job training for somebody that we were becoming, but yet haven't became yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so even though like it's like, you know, when you look at how kids are being entitled and adults just like don't care, it's like oh
Yeah.
Lord, does anybody care about people? Does anybody care about how, you know? And I watched them, and I'll let you chime in, Alexandra. And I watched a video last night of a pastor that took their youth to a certain particular restaurant. I'm not going to name names, but they're closing some doors right now. So a large portion of their chains are being closed down.
Okay,
which don't surprise me because me and my wife, we stopped going there years ago because of lack of service, lack of professionalism, and the food didn't taste the same. So they had a very bad experience to where they was being accused, they was being talked down to. It took them almost 2 hours to get their order. It was just a lot of different things, and then the way the management team came out and talked to them was very, she explained it was very great. Now, I didn't put it past them because I hadn't experienced what they experienced on that magnitude, but I've experienced that. Like sitting there waiting on your food for a lot of times. You watch people come in after you get their food. Or
somebody kept coming to
managers
the table
supposed to take care of something for you, and they said that they was going to do it, and then lie about it, did not do it, and then leave because their shift is done. They experienced all that with this same food chain.
Yep.
So I can believe what the lady's talking about based on my personal experience, not what she said in the video.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, now this chain is closing their doors. Could it be that is the nature of the restaurants from city to city?
Yeah.
So now the crowd that was once crowding your door is not crowding your door now because you don't care about the people no more.
Nope.
So therefore, there's a lack of service, there's a lack of professionalism, and it was so funny. I was watching an ET video some years ago, and he was talking about the recipes from his grandmother and how when she passed, nobody wanted to do what she did and stuff like that. And she was just talking about how there was times where you would get the recipe, put it together, boom, 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 but it still didn't taste like grandma.
Yeah.
And it was fun, and that was my first time listening to that message, but I finished this statement. And he was saying the difference between what these people did and what grandma did is grandma, when she cooked with love. And I finished the sentence because I already knew that's where he was going.
Yep.
Because when they cooked, I could have been tired from washing, cleaning, or even working all day long, but the gratification of me cooking a meal for my family, it hit different with the old school.
It does. That's a receptive heart.
You know what I'm saying? And it makes a difference in the food. I can't explain it.
It do.
It tastes different. You can put the same ingredients, the same, and it just tastes different when they do it because it's the way in which it's being presented. And so, I think as far as your environment, it's everywhere that you go. And I think what's going to happen is when you adapt that type of mentality and mindset, that's when you really open up yourself for blessings, even in your waiting season. Because eventually things are going to have to come to you because you just have to look at your on-the-job training. You're being prepared for what you're wanting to experience and what you're wanting to come into your life. You're being prepared in that place of on-the-job training. But this is what you don't want to do. You don't fumble the ball while you're on the job training. So I'm gonna cut off right there.
You know what,
I'm gonna throw the alley.
Coming straight from the house.
bro? Look. So I want okay. So OJT, like you have popped it off with the question, what's your job like?
What's your workplace?
Your workplace. I can say for me, one of my biggest workplaces that it's like I'm always having to work at is my relationships with people. That's my relationships, my personal relationships are my biggest workplace ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And one thing I do want to say is that, bro, when you go work somewhere, all the time you don't get to choose who trains you. So I mean,
Bye.
All
Where
right,
you
so-
been at?
you know what I'm saying? So I want,
Be
you know what I'm saying? Like you don't.
Pandora.
Yeah, let's
where you going.
let's talk. That's what we're here for, right? So like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't get to choose 9 times out of 10. No, as a matter of fact, 10 times out of 10, you would not get to choose who and where you get your training from. So if you want to make sure that you land the job, and if you want to make sure that you be competent to do what you need to do in order to have, because when you're working somewhere, who wants to come and work in an environment that's hostile?
Right.
Yeah.
Every time you come to work, you messing up,
Right.
managers on your head. So eventually you're going to want to get that thing right so you can come to work and do your job so you can get your money in a smooth way.
Yeah.
You might still have some headaches here and there, but your errors are down. Management not on your back. You're coming to work and you're doing your job, and you getting your guap and you going home. You know what I mean? So when you're in situations, bro, you don't get to choose where you get your training from.
Bro.
So do you want this to go good or not?
That's good.
Yeah, dog.
Because it's going to be on you on how you, however you position yourself, that's how you get the information to handle your business. You know what I'm saying? So I said relationships because you don't get to choose what come out of your partner.
That's
You don't
good.
know what's in there.
That's good. Well, you spitting, boy.
Bars. Drop the mic. Walk away.
Like you do not get to choose what God sends you so you can help them out for.
God, dog, bro.
You don't get to choose that. What if your mate slapped the mess at you one day? Blow!
You feel it, huh? You feel it?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
what-
feel me? Insult the injury.
I'm saying though. What if it's a guy?
God, dog.
What if it's a guy, something happened and she just blink out and she slaps him and doesn't even know she did it? That just came out of your spouse. But that was from what happened to her 5 years ago. She been dealing with rage because somebody did something to her and she ain't got over it because she got trauma
And it triggered her.
and it triggered her.
Yep.
You don't get to choose what comes, but how you deal with what comes out, that's what makes them better or not. So you don't get to choose where you get your training from. You don't get to choose that. So it's up to you to be like, you know what, let me make adjustments to me so I can make sure that this thing goes smoothly as possible. Because when you work somewhere, you working there for a purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, let me make it plain so everybody can understand what I'm talking about. When you clock in somewhere, you don't clock in because you love it. It's very few people who clock in on a job because they love it. You're here because you're getting a paycheck.
Yeah.
That's why. Yep.
Yep.
That's majority of America.
So employees also have to understand, I'm here because I choose to be here.
Exactly.
So if you with somebody, you're in something, you with your partner, you doing whatever, you choosing to be with that person.
Bro.
You choosing to be there. But you don't get to choose what come out of them. So you have to choose to make adjustments so when whatever happens, you can still be here and you can make the situation better. Are you going to be the one in the office to make the adjustments so the offense can be running better? Is that going to be you, or are you going to do what everybody else do, talk crap and don't never change anything? I'm just saying.
I did.
You know what I'm saying?
I did. That
So
was shooting.
Shots
fired.
On the job training, bro, people understand like and you're in that position because if you were not able to execute or fulfill the position, you wouldn't be there. Bro, exactly. I got an email this morning, boo, 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 or you didn't get chosen. We you know what I'm saying, we went with somebody because obviously they said, okay, he don't fit.
Right.
So whoever filled that spot, obviously they fit because they can. So if you're there, you're here for a reason. You're not here taking up space. Stop being in places taking up space. Why are you taking up space?
Bro, that's something I always say, bro. It's like, golly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if stop being in places where you're keeping the atmosphere. You ever been riding in the car and then they get a stand on who passed gas?
Yeah, that wasn't me.
And then especially on family trips, guess what, bro?
It's worse.
8 times out of 10, bro. Everybody start blaming them. No, it was you. No, it was you. No, it was you. That look.
That's all y'all.
Look, they talking and it's still funky in the car. Everybody inhaling the gas. It's always that one person who hit the window. They hit 2 windows. You know what I'm saying? So are you gonna be the one that's in the environment that's blaming, that's trying to figure it out, or are you gonna be the one that hit the window and actually change the situation?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you how on point you are. I want to personalize this. Like when you talk to Miss Tanya about me, right?
Right.
And though, like you say, you don't get to choose on the job training. You don't get to choose the person who trained you, because the person who trained you can halfway do it because they don't want to be there. They're like,
you choose how you react to it.
Exactly, and they tell you what you need to know.
Yeah.
To cover their bases on something they really don't want to do. But you've been told, and now you out fending for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, that's how
I told him. You ain't tell me everything.
So with that being said, because of how I see how both of y'all are very militant in what you do. Like organized, straightforward, before time, not on time, before time. So when you told Miss Tanya about me, she's basing it off your on-the-job training and experience in the sense of how you carry yourself.
Right.
And it's like, well, if I know I hear good things about you, and that whatever's an extension of you is going to rub off and be something good that I can trust. Right. Because at the end of the day, you told her about me, but it's ultimately up to her whether she wants to hire me or not.
Yeah.
So you started a ripple effect, bro, in this department to where I'm able to sow seeds in more than one department, whether it's CAT scan, whether it's X-ray, whether it's just in my department. So I remember we was going through this phase of just going through in and out of workers. It just ain't working out. And I just got into this cycle of being the one to train whoever come aboard. There was one girl, Tiffany. Shout out to you, Tiff. She was like, Napoleon can do it. So I was like, okay, well, and then it got to a point where I would be suggested to be the trainee on the job because of I'm very hands-on. I'm very intentional with how things go. I do my job well. I understand it in and out. And a lot of places don't have that opportunity to really have that because you know if that person knows that job or not. And it's because of lack of patience, lack of love, lack of care. Okay, it's burned down to Mars. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But you planting that seed allowed me to do on-the-job training to where they can have a person that is trustworthy, deemable, not only in the sight of management, but just off the extension of you.
Right.
And I appreciate you for that because you have no clue what doors have been opening in a sense of like, one day Steve came up to me. Steve's a X-ray radiologist, right? Radiology technologist, and he
Right.
works in CAT scan. He's like, hey, such and such told such and such about you, and this is like one of the high ups in the hospital. She's like, she can't wait to meet you. I'm like, okay. But it's just my interaction, my on-the-job training of respecting my peers, respecting like everybody around me, and giving off what I feel like needs to be projected. Because when you have a lack of love, when you have a like, you don't want to be in a toxic place. You don't want to be in a place where it's deemed unproductive, or be in a place where you feel like you can't even thrive, where it feels like prison.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you for that, bro, because you don't get to choose who train you.
You don't.
Like the person who trained me, by the grace of God, I had somebody that cared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was not here swimming in the deep end on my own. Move your arms! Swim!
The other way. The other way.
I
for real.
can't.
Yeah, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it just, bro, you open a door for not only your name, but our names to be like infiltrated in the hospital,
Because
to
people
where
know.
there's mad
Yeah.
respect,
Yeah.
bro. People that's offering like, hey, if you go to school here, I got books for you already ready for you. When you make that move.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in you. I believe you could do it. It's how you carry yourself in your aura on the job training redeems your level of not only excellence, but your level of next level access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sets up the success for that
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, on the job.
on the job.
Job, okay. The word job
Mhm.
is not for people who don't like to work. So, so the word job is not connected. It's not nowhere close to anyone who doesn't like to work. Therefore, if you're somewhere, if you're on the job, if you're in a situation, you have to put work in.
You do.
It's a requirement.
Mhm.
If you're in a business ship with somebody, you gotta put work in. If you're in a relationship, you gotta put work in. You don't get to choose your trainer. So whatever comes flying out, it's your job to assess and make adjustments so you can evaluate, digest, and put work in to make sure this situation comes out profitable as much as possible. Work is required.
Right.
The B2S Podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R8 28 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
It's your duty. It's your responsibility.
It's no work is required. Period. Whether you get a good trainer or not, hopefully you get sometimes you get a good trainer.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get a good trainer, but most times you won't. What happens when a lot of times I was the bad trainer and didn't know it.
Yeah, you ever watch Undercover Boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, a
I
few
love that
times,
show.
Yeah. I love that show, man. It says a lot and it speaks volume. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I always say, man, this popular quote says, how you do anything is how you do everything, right? You know, and
Right.
me, I was telling her, I say, I notice certain things. It's like, and it agitates me because I don't operate that way. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna try my best to give you my best, no matter what I'm doing. So even if it's me being not that out front guy, or me being behind the scenes guy, or me being like, what do you need, type dude. It's like people are willing to give you their best when it's convenient for them. It's like people willing to give you their best when it's their passion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can do this with my ankle. Yeah. But okay, but I just asked you to move that chair. You act like you didn't want to move it. It's like, do that with the same zeal as you would do for everything that you would love to do. Because you never know. It is not about who watching you for an opportunity.
Nope.
It's just being a good person. Why you gonna get somebody you agreed to do the job, but you want to have do the job?
That's exact.
You said you could do
You
this
said you was
on the
gonna do it,
application.
but then now you want to have do. Well, you knew what they was paying you when you took the job.
Yep.
So now you pissed off because they're not paying you enough to do.
Oh my God.
All right, but you still doing the job. So I ain't finna get them. It's okay. So let's talk to the people that wants more out of life than what they're getting. I'm not talking about the person that's comfortable. I'm not talking about the person that's everything is fine. We're talking to the people that want more out of what they. I want more out of life than what they're getting right now. So the old saying, you attract what you are. So if you're that person that's half doing stuff, but you want more out of life, how are you going to attract the more when you have doing and giving less? You can't attract more with less. It don't work that way. They say if you want something done, give it to it. And I used to think the opposite of that. When they say if you really want something done successfully, give it to somebody, give it to a busy person. Give it to somebody that's already doing something. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, they're already doing something. They're too busy. So I'm thinking the logic side of, why am I going to give it to them? Their plate is already full because they know how to get stuff done. It took me years to realize and understand
They have that dog in them. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The validity in that statement, because I'm like, okay, y'all see it, because now I'm giving it to this person that ain't really got a whole lot going for it, and that's how they treat it as.
Yeah.
Ain't got a whole lot going on, so I'm not finna put everything in it. And it's like the person that gets stuff done, they put their all in the whatever they hand, because they realize whatever they hand touches, this is an extension of me. If I leave the area, 9 times out of 10, you know if I've been up. And it'd be so funny, like I could be done worked in certain places, helped out in certain things. People know Mike was there because it looks a certain way, it feels a certain way, and it's presented a certain way. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but what I am saying that you will not hire me or bring me or ask me to do anything, and I'm gonna give you that. If anything, I'm struggling not to overdo it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can be like, oh, you did a great job, but you did a little bit too much. So if anything, that's my struggle. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, man, I'm overdoing it. That's because I want them to. When I touch something, I'm looking for the wow factor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm looking for the. You know what I'm saying? I want it to. And it is not going to always be that way.
Right.
But the energy that I'm going to give it is going to be that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't. I don't care if you don't volunteer. Don't if like give them people your all. If you accept the job, give them people your all. If you accept the position, give them people your all. Because at the end of the day, that's a representation of who you are. And if you're saying you're not a mediocre person, just stop giving me mediocre results.
Yeah, like I don't like you want a cup full.
You running on empty.
It's worse than that. You want a cup full of soda all the time, but your cup got cracks in it, and you wondering why it's not like you got these cracks in your cup, and the liquid is running out of the sides, but you want it full all the time, bro.
Yeah.
The foundation is cracked. You would never have a full cup of nothing until you fix your cup. You want a solid relationship, but you're not taking the time to make time to work on yourself, your brokenness, your trauma.
Exactly.
You keep giving out damaged vibes, you're gonna attract damaged stuff.
Bruh.
I'm dishing out this, but I'm not getting it back because what you're dishing out is half empty.
Yep.
You're right.
I'm not perfect, nobody perfect. But I'm saying the more you work on stuff, the more you work on yourself, the more it fulfills. So, you know what I'm saying? So when you start putting stuff out, you'll start, once you start building better quality in yourself, when you lend yourself out,
right,
you will start receiving better quality.
It's true.
It's as simple as that. I was watching the great Kevin Gates. I was watching an interview from him, And yo, bro, be politicking. If he sitting, he be, some stuff.
I'll be
you
politicking when you see
But
me.
he's
real smart.
He highly intelligent, man. So he said that he was paraphrasing. Gonna come from my head. He said that he was talking to some older woman, and she was like a guru. She was real beautiful and stuff. And then he said that the woman told him something like, the flowers don't chase the bees. I said, oh, snap. Crazy. When last time you seen a flower uproot and walk around the roots to go try to chase a bee? No. The flower just blooms and the bee
And
just...
it attracts the bee.
You know what I mean? So once we start to get in our bloom season and preparing to bloom, bro, when you see a flower, it be like this. Be all ugly and prickly. But the seasons are about to change.
Exactly.
And once the season starts to change around it,
The conditions.
the flower starts to develop. It starts to
open up. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, but them
Big
seasons
facts.
got to change, though. You can't bloom in a season where it's not ready to.
Right.
You're not ready.
1,000.
You may trying to open up right now. All the good stuff that's on the inside of you is going to get destroyed because the atmosphere is not set for it.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's really good.
And guess what? You can't. When you been placed somewhere. When you been, bro. I've never seen this. I've never seen a farmer plant something, a crop, in a state or in a season where it won't blossom at. That's retarded. Even if the farmer half does his job, his intention, he at least he had the mind enough to plant it at the right time of the year.
Right.
Your stewardship was off, but you started off with the right mind. You know what I'm saying? So if you're somewhere and you're in a situation, dog, you know what I'm saying? Even though your trainer might be off, but whatever's gonna come out of them to teach you, you need it.
Yeah.
You might need that stuff that come out of them to stretch your patience. They need healing and you need patience.
We've been through that. That phase.
They need healing and you need patience. And you're gonna be impatient with everybody else, but I bet you be patient with him. I bet you be patient with her. You won't listen to nobody else, but I bet you'll listen to him. I bet you'll listen to her. God, like, let me pair these two.
Yeah.
Because I know if I put y'all together, you're going to be obedient. On the job training does not work without obedience.
And that's active.
You ain't got to like you do not have to like your trainer, but you got to be obedient to get the job done. So it's levels to this stuff, bro.
And you have to endure until you're on your own. Like, you have to abide by whatever it is that the job requires.
Yeah.
And if it means going through a little fire just to get to where you need to be, to where now you can be the trainee that can shift and change what's going on in the department. But in order to get to a place where you can shift and change things, you have to endure some things. And that's just real talk. It's you know. you know Jesus.
And bro, and oh my goodness.
Jesus.
Bro.
Lord.
On the job training, right? It's a difference from between a job and a calling, and a job and a career. You see what I'm saying? So,
Oh Lord.
if it's a job and it's not your career, that means that position that you in, eventually you have to escalate from there. I don't think so. Whatever you need to learn, make the adjustments to learn so you don't stay in that spot so you can elevate.
Boy, you going in the lane, I'm going in.
Because this is not your career, this is just a job. You ain't got to the promo to that spot yet.
Yeah.
Learn what you need to learn. Make the adjustments from your supervisor that you need to make, because she gonna learn something too. They don't know everything. I bet you when you do something, how they react, they go, "Oh snap, that was a problem." Yes, that was a problem. We need to correct that.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna add this in there.
Come on.
I'm going back to my personal circle, right? So
Yep.
Because what I say for me, on the job training is anywhere that I am.
Yep.
For sure.
Anywhere that I am, that's on the job training. So, and I've shared this before, but it fits this narrative. So it just goes back to bettering yourself as an individual, regardless of who trains you. Everything is still self-inflicted. Their success is not your success. Your success is your own success. So whether they train you properly or not, it's still up to you to get what they're dropping. And if they don't drop enough for you to be successful at what you're doing, then you still have the ability to go find out where you can get more information from, right? So in those situations, you can't control who trains you, but what happens when you can? So now we're going from on-the-job placement to environment to friendships to relationships, because you can choose those. Those are because here's what you saying. Well, how you get on the job training? Because you're training for a better relationship.
Right, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you understand what I'm saying. So when you get to choose the trainer in that particular situation, right? Then now you have to go back and peel the layers back to see, well, what makes me determine the type of trainers that I'm choosing. Because when I look at my environment, and for me to say wherever I am is an opportunity for on-the-job training, because of my circle.
Yeah.
See, when I started being trained in ministry and having a personal relationship with my pastor, that unlocked opportunities that never would have been there had not I put myself in the environment to be trained. Because that was a choice.
Yep.
Because I can say not only by the grace of God I'm where I am, but I can also say by Him I'm in positions and I'm where I am. Because there are a lot of people that have the opportunity to glean from Him, but chooses not to, because something else is more important.
Yep.
But for me, my personal growth and my spiritual growth was never more or less important than anything else. So anytime He made Himself available, because I knew of His schedule, I would drop what I was willing to drop just to glean from His wisdom. You see what I'm saying? So when I first got up under the ministry, like I said, I shared this before, He would take the guys, some of the guys, it'll be just like the Peter, James, and John. You know, I was one of them. And let's just say we go to the movies, where we're not watching a movie for entertainment. He's asking us, what'd you get out of that? I wasn't used to that. When I go to watch a movie, I'm going for entertainment.
Yep.
Now I'm connected with somebody that is challenging my mental state, that is requiring me to come higher, because He may allow or accept the answer that you give in that given moment, but then just know that there's another challenge coming behind that. I'm gonna let you have that.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't a response of what because see, as a trainer, when you have a successful trainer, they're looking for a certain response in certain situations. They can't just accept anything from you, because if I'm training you from excellence, then I can allow you to respond in mediocrity. So even though He may accept a mediocre answer in that moment, He's going to pull excellence out of you in another moment. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I willingly put myself in that situation, because guess what? In that environment, you choose your trainer.
Yeah.
And so now I'm in a place to where I can go in any environment.
Yep.
And now I'm looking at what can I learn from this experience.
For sure.
So when I did,
you're more aware.
You see what I'm saying? I'm more aware now.
Yep.
But because in that situation, because this is a situation where I choose my trainer. Now there are other certain situations that I've been in where I can't choose or don't have the ability to choose my trainer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But in that situation, I am. So guess what? Now I'm teaching a workshop to some young people, and I'm teaching the same principle. Like, what did y'all get out of this situation? How are you going to take this back to you? So this is not just your normal leadership class. What are we talking about? We're talking about transformational leadership. We're not just talking about regular leadership.
Exactly.
And then explaining the different levels of leadership. Because when you're talking about transformational leadership, that's a totally different mindset than being an average or regular leader.
Yep.
And we went through, and they was just, so now I'm taking what I gleaned from somebody else that was a successful trainer, and now I'm in the act of the successful trainer, and I'm training the next generation. But I'm giving them the tools and showing them how to probe and ask and do it. Because now I'm requiring excellence out of them, because now this environment requires that. So there's a lot of times where you could be in an environment that don't require excellence, but because you are excellent in yourself, you just upgraded that environment. So you have to learn how to value you and what you bring. But one thing that you can't do, you can't come into a place and say that you're operating in excellence when you know you're operating mediocrity. Mm-hmm. Just be real with yourself at that time. You understand? That's it. Because sometimes, and mediocre, and I don't want to say that like it's a degrading way. And when I say mediocre, it just may be less than what you're capable or able to give in that moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we've all been there.
Or even willing to give. Because sometimes it takes a certain discipline.
Sometimes I take you the
Sometimes when you that's that door you've been waiting for, and then you walk through that door, you be like, oh, it's like this. Nah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
No, God, you keep that one. I'm
on two wheels.
Yeah.
Skirt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He gone.
Yeah.
But in all that, it's just best thing you can do is give your best in any given situation.
That's it.
And giving your best will sometimes require you to step out of yourself to become the person that you're supposed to be, which is the best version of yourself. You may not be operating in that moment. And it's going to require that trainer. So which means that young man or that young lady is going to take a certain individual to come into your life to help develop you. And you have to be okay with that. Because you can't fight the trainer. If you want to be the best version of yourself, because that spouse is going to pull something out of you that sometimes that you didn't even know that was there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so it goes back. It's like when we're talking about being the best version of ourselves and the people that God created us to be, at the end of the day, like bro said, you can't pick who you, and a lot of times that be the best trainer.
Yeah. Yep. It be the best ones.
You know what I'm saying? When you got somebody that's rubbing you the wrong way.
Yep.
Somebody that thinks totally opposite of you, but they're training you for the position that you're in.
Yeah.
So you can be universal.
Well-rounded.
Exactly.
Diverse.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what Paul said, become all things to all men. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't do that without being there.
I love you went into that vein because my next question.
Right. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Who is the human resource in your life that can help manage your workspace?
The human. So I want to say.
You all in the last podcast.
I want to say, who is the human resource in my life that can help manage my workspace? I want to say it depends on. I want to say it depends on which door in my workspace warehouse that I'm in at the time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm talking family, then since I'm cultivating a new family, a blended family, then of course my fiance and other people, other married couples, Mike and Aisha, and other people, marital counseling. You know what I'm saying? So it's people who are helping us, giving resources and tools, and we call people. You know what I'm saying? So, but
to be continued. Part 2.
You know what I'm saying? For different things and different sides and stuff like that, and even just woo-saw moments and hanging out, you need that too. So, but ultimately, with the support of the main person is the person who I'm building with. She's the one who I'm looking at face to face on the phone with, talking intimate stuff with.
Exactly.
Answering questions with, being open with, respecting boundaries with, creating new boundaries with, breaking down walls with, praying with, crying with, stuff like that. So when we talking that family, my new family that we're building, it'll be my fiance, of course, and then the supportive people, who are trustworthy, who got weight in the game and skin in the game, who are not afraid to tell us what we need to hear, how we need to hear it, and who are accessible. How he was with Pastor Jarvis, they're accessible. I appreciate that too, Mike.
Yeah.
It's like a cultivation of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? I'm glad you went that way.
Yeah.
Because I'm on the same line. Is you should have a management team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like when you say, I'm like, what is your asking something? Good question, boy. Like,
Yeah, he going in over
he
there.
going in, boy. Going deep fish dive. I mean, deep, you know.
I'm looking at something because it's a reason why I asked. Go ahead.
I'm going to read this real quick before I get my portion. All right. Human resource management is a strategic and coherent approach to the effective and efficient management of people in a company or organization such that they help their business gain a competitive edge. It is designed to maximize employee performance and service of an employer's strategic objectives. So everything that bro just said is I mean that's it. Because
that's hands down.
When you look at it, right, you don't have a human resources person quote per se. You have a human resources department.
Yep.
And it's made up of different people. Now you may have a head human resource person or who's the manager of that department, but that department is made up of different components for different reasons, different responsibility. So that means for your finances, you should have a management team to help you with that. So even if you don't have like a quote unquote financial advisor, you should be able to go to somebody that can give you some type of information to steer you in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes, like Russ said, when it comes to relationship, you should have somebody that you trust that's not gonna give you no fluff, that's not gonna be biased. Oh, girl, you know you should have did. You know he ain't. You know, no. Since you were wrong, girl, I gotta tell you, you was wrong. I need you to eat those words. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have those type of people in your life because it does you nor them no good if they're condoning your stupidity.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's super real. Let's go.
That's
1,000.
Can I get real for 1,000?
I ain't mean to say it, but that's just how it came out.
That's real though.
Can't condone stupid. And
Nope. Can't condone stupid.
We have that in a lot of in the society. We got people condoning stupid. It's just so much of that going on, and so we got to look at. We're trying to gain the competitive edge, competitive advantage. Yes. And we're trying to maximize our performance in this place called life. So in order for me to do that, then I got just come on, take the pro athletes, right? The best they train with the best.
Exactly.
They have a trainer that trains them for different things. You may just have one guy that he specializes in a few things, right? But then you usually got something. You got an agility trainer, a speed performance trainer. You know what I'm saying? So whatever
levels to it.
Yeah. So whatever you're needing, then you should be able to go somewhere to gather that information. Because guess what? When you have a problem with that paycheck, who you call? Human resources.
Yeah. HR.
Because you know that's somebody.
Or
human resources
if you got an issue with it, they're gonna point you. You got to go to HR.
Yeah. HR, payroll, all that's gonna be in different umbrellas, but it's pretty much the same
thing.
Same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, why not you have that for your life? And then it's just like, once again, if you don't, it's like I say, you can't find what you're not looking for. You just have to search it out till you get what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Because I'm not searching till I build my squad. I'm not stopping until I build my squad. Until I get what I'm looking for. I'm not stopping.
And it's good you said it's good you said human.
Yeah.
Cause you know us, but we quit. First guy, no first guy. You know, so we know that.
We understand that. But God requires relationship down here on
Earth. You know, so we understand that because, but because, you know what I'm saying. But human wise and it's good to say human.
What made me ask that was because with this on the job training article, I was just looking at it. What stuck out to me was the few words of prosperous growth of an organization.
Yeah,
that's what stuck out to me. Yeah. So if we want to prosper in our workspace, we got to have the right human resource to cultivate that workspace and walk along with you in that workspace.
Yeah.
That can keep you accountable in that workspace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me ask that question. Yeah. Because we know at the end of the day, no matter where we at, no matter who we're interacting with or engaging with, we want to be prosperous in everything that we touch.
Exactly. Because you don't want to fail, but failure is necessary and part of the process. But here's the thing about it: if you're not failing, that means you ain't trying.
Facts.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to try in order to fail. So if anything, just go ahead and, like they say, fail forward. Go ahead and get it out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Get the kinks out of the way now.
Failure will make you go search and look for something to figure out how successful it can be.
There you go. Yeah.
Success. You can get comfortable in the cycle. Oh, I'm successful. I'm successful. I got success at this. Success is this, and you hold on to that, which is good. But what was the formula?
Man, it's crazy because I remember we was on her, and I think you asked me like, and you actually asked me, which I appreciate, even though you don't have to, because you the homie. But you was like, if you don't mind, I think it was you. I think it was Dub. Dub was like, tell me what made you, with your previous marriage, what made you want to keep going, and how did you go back and look at how you look?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was because when you have you doing this didn't work, and then this didn't work, and then this didn't work, and then it's like, hold on, I'm getting tired of this stuff not working.
Yeah.
And
Get tired.
and thank you God for sisters. Yo, if anybody who knows they got sisters, they got you need to look at you. Everything I not on now. Oh Lord, all right. So
Sound like Pebbles.
which is pedals.
Shout out to Pebbles.
Shouts out to Pebbles. So which is excellent because if every job you go to is always management, no. It's not always your trainer. It might be you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So even if your trainer is tripping, what did you contribute to the trainer tripping?
Yeah.
So me looking back and doing, going through the rubble.
Yeah.
Okay, this was me. I know I did this. I know I should have did that. Okay, I did do that. I doggone should have said that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Like drawing straws. Yep. Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So when you take out your trash, okay, this is me. Let me unball this paper so I can read these fine lines and see what I can tighten up at. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that type of stuff does for you. And that's how you get better at it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to like double back and just to see how can I get better? How can I just start looking at yourself a little bit? You know what I'm saying? And that can help the process. And what you talking about is it's crazy, man. Like just how like how you asked me that, like, what made you, like how did you, like, you know what I mean? So it's crazy, bro.
I'm a sponge, man, and God placed me around great men and women of God that gives me an edge. So when I get ready to get married, so when I have my spouse, I can move a certain way, and I won't have to go through a lot of things that other marriages and people went through.
Right.
It gives me an edge. It gives me
Right.
a sharp mind. I was like, okay, yeah, let me just ponder on that real quick.
See that?
Slow to speak, quick to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just gives me a lot of edge, and which is why I think it's taking me as long, because there's a lot of things that I'm learning, that I'm incorporating in what I'm learning, and I'm applying it. So
That's crazy because you falling back and you seeing and you receiving so you can give your family the better edge, right? I've been through it's crazy. I've been through what I've been through, right? So now I can give the edge to the person who's gonna give the family the edge.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro, don't do it. Look at it this way. Nah, bro, don't look, sis, don't do it like that. You know what I'm saying? No, bro, take your time to see what she's talking about. Take your time. No, matter of fact, don't worry about her. Worry about you. I know that might seem crazy, but worry about your walk. Worry about your vertical. Because I'm telling you, it's gonna show. When you work on your, I don't know where I'm going here, but you got to. When you work on that vertical, that stuff shows. You don't have to say nothing.
Right.
Exactly.
When you work on that vertical, it always double back to work in your favor.
Spin the block.
Because that character that fruit is gonna start developing. And whether or not that person stays or they goes, that fruit is gonna remain.
Yeah.
It's gonna remain. It's not. It's gonna be there, and it's gonna be nutrition for whoever. It's gonna be nutrition for whoever takes a bite.
Yep.
That's facts.
Even, bro, when you go to the gym,
Mhm.
people be looking funny at the overweight people who are in the gym. It don't matter. They're in the gym now.
Exactly. They made a choice.
You know what I mean? So
That was
they-
hard and difficult.
They in the gym now. So whether you walk away from this good food or not, whoever it could have been a person who wasn't a good person, they're gonna bite and get nutrition. They gonna. This might be their first taste of realness they ever had in their life.
Hey,
The fruit was the same. The person might change up, but the fruit is still there.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yes, right.
that's good.
Good stuff, fellas.
OJT, hold it down. Job trainer, I love you. I don't know the whole story. I can only give you the story I know.
Stupid.
You stupid.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So which one of y'all gonna get a closing remark? Let y'all. I'm gonna pass the mic on. Which one of y'all gonna get closing remarks?
Man,
look at
the dub is the home
Hey,
run
I'm
hitter.
gonna tell you right now. Allow a mentor in your life to be the human resource you need to manage your workspace. You need a mentor. Not one. Now, all I think about, no, you need a mentor. Someone who is really going to consistently pour into you. Someone that you can consistently learn from. Someone who's trying to give you an edge in life. If you want an edge in life, mentorship is the way to go. It's necessary. It's needed. It's vital. I have a mentor. He has a mentor. He has a mentor. None of us are not too for real. None of us are not too good not to have a mentor. And it doesn't make you less or dumb you down. It actually helps and elevate you into a space and a place you never thought you could reach.
Bro, it's crazy. I was talking to Pop today. He got the phone. Mike, he playing the game. He made sure I put the phone down, went to the bathroom. You slide it up. I didn't know you had Snapchat. Let me see that.
Swiping.
Let me see that. I didn't know you had Snapchat. I ain't even got Snapchat. What you snapping the chat about?
Daddy.
So you already know what happened. Daddy, Rain, move. Rain is like about 6'1". I was playing with him this morning. I jumped on him. He was laying on the bed. He did one of these playing, and I flew across the bed. Oh, yeah. I ain't playing with you, boy. You strong already. So I said,
No.
he, let me see the phone, Daddy. Look, he grabbed my arm. I said, move. I said, move. I said, who's that? Who is that? What's her name? Her name, okay. Close the door. I'm talking to him, right? And you talking about mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, let me see the conversation. He said, Daddy, man. I said, let me see the conversation. I said, something nasty in here? No, sir. Let me see. You already know, little hearts and stuff. I love you. I love you. I said, Paul, you know my love. I said, you got to put enough time for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking to him. I'm his levels. I'm his father, but I'm mentoring him.
Yep.
I'm not like, you need to, no. I said, you got to put enough time for that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So in order for you to be receptive of someone coming at you like that, I have to do it first. So you know what it sounds like. Because everybody's not going to have your best interests at heart. Right. And everybody don't look like me.
Nope.
So you have to know what it sounds like. How does it sound when someone is trying to steer me in the right direction? So let me do it to you first.
Exactly.
So you know how it's so you can be receptive of it. I said, Pop, I'm talking to you because I said I'm not trying to see this stuff to get up in your business, son. I said, for one, you ain't got no business. You 15.
Right.
That's number one.
That part.
Let's make sure we have an
You know what I
understanding
mean?
of that.
I said, but the reason why
Mm-hmm.
I want and need to know what's going on so I can help you with stuff when you come
Navigate.
across it.
Yep.
That's what mentor. That's the only reason why I'm bringing this up, because that's what mentors do. They help you navigate through and around and over stuff when you come upon it.
Exactly.
That's what mentors do. So that's the only reason why I share with that, because I'm kicking game to my son this morning, not like an overpowering father, but as a man who's mentoring a younger man. Just so happened this is my son.
Out of love. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Big facts.
yeah.
Good stuff, man. That's how we gonna
Another one
put
of
a
the
cap on
ones
it.
in the
Another one for the
chamber.
books, man.
Yes, sir.
Another one for the books. So, man, we gonna get out your house. We thank y'all for joining and tuning in with us on tonight. Hey, don't forget to make the rest of your life your best life. Make it the best for the rest.
And you'll be blessed.
You'll be blessed. I must confess.
Yes.
No stress.
Man, y'all know how we do like to have fun, man. Y'all know how we like to close out, man. So, yes, we give it a prepare. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in with us on tonight, man. Don't forget to check out Dumbo and
Big facts.
Yo.
316 Rick Reed out right now.
Rick Rizzle.
New stuff coming out. Don't forget to go shop out. Go get you some motivated apparel.
Go
And,
ahead.
go ahead and be motivated while you're out there chasing your dreams. So as we always say, shoot for the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.